I'm Mike C from HLMBBQ, and this is the INKBIRD Vacuum Sealer. It's a 10-in-1 vacuum sealer. We're gonna see how good this vacuum sealer actually is and if it's gonna be worth you purchasing one. So stay tuned to the end of the video for our full review. Here's the box, very simple design. Let's see what's inside. It's like we've got some type of suction tube device, power cable. We've got some bags, some stickers to label your food, and the vacuum sealer user manual. All right, let's take a look at the vacuum sealer itself. When it opens up, oh cool, a ton more bags in here. I like the vinyl that it comes with. It's got a nice texture on one side, it's smooth on the other. I know vacuum bags do that. I don't really know why. Maybe it helps from freezer burn. So a few things to pay attention to. You can seal the bag only. So if you just want to cut your bag and seal it, you would press seal only. You can choose your food moist or dry. So if you've got meat and it's kind of moist, you can insert a paper towel in there and it won't leak into the reservoir. You could also go to vac and seal. So if you've got something that's already cut and ready to go, press vac and seal. It's gonna suck all the air out and then it's going to seal it right after. You can pulse. So if you got something that's delicate, you've got some herbs that you don't wanna damage, you can pulse by just pressing this button down, and you can choose how much air to suck out of the bag. So you don't have to worry about damaging anything that's delicate. And then you can use the canister attachment where the hose attaches here and moves to your canister. If you've got that, you may not have it and that's okay. This works really well with any type of bag so far that we've used. We've got the bags that came with the manufacturer. We purchased some bags aftermarket online and they've all worked really well. So it's versatile in that aspect. And then of course, if you need to cancel the function for any reason, you can hit the cancel button so it stops all the vacuuming, it stops sealing, and that way you can go in and adjust the food so you can get a better seal on the bag. Let's open it up. We have the bag storage back here. Lift this bar and we're gonna set it right here. This is the heat sealing bar. So we're gonna pull this down just a little below the heat sealing bar, close, press on both sides. You hear that click, that means it's ready to rock. Let's seal it. When you start sealing, you're gonna see a red indicator light and the machine turns on. Let's wait for this red indicator light to turn off and then press on each side. You'll see a release. You press both of those and let's see if we've got a seal. Looks like we've got a seal. Let's cut it. Now that we've got a bag sealed, let's fill it up and see how well it works. There's a gasket that runs across this. We're going to set this on the gasket and then we're going to close this down, press on each side, and then we're gonna seal it. No, we're not, cancel. We're going to vac and seal it. We have the red indicator light, which means it's sealing the bag. And now it's done, let's release. And that's really well sealed. Look at that thing. We got some basil from a friend, so we're gonna test that out. Let's open it up. Set it right here on the gasket. Close it, lock it, vac and seal. Let's release. And now we've got preserved basil. Then when you're ready to cook, if you've got pesto, for instance, you can cut the top off of it and then reuse the bag. I've used what I needed from the basil. I can take the rest and seal it. I'll pulse and then seal it. Now it's ready to go back in the fridge. We also got these bagels, which the bag is completely torn. The INKBIRD Vacuum Sealer comes with some pre-cut bags, which makes it easy. So instead of having to go and cut them, we just pop these in here, press and seal it, and this time we're gonna pulse. Okay, release. Now we've got our bagels ready to go in the freezer. If we're gonna freeze any items that have any moisture in them, sometimes pork shoulder does, then we're gonna wanna tuck paper towels into the bag. It's really easy. And we can tuck the meat into the bag. So we take a paper towel and we tuck it inside with it. That way it'll help prevent any moisture from sucking out of the bag. And then when we go to defrost it, we don't have juice leaking outside of the bag. Let's set this in the chamber. Press it down, vac and seal. So now we've got pork ready to go. We can stick this in the freezer and it's gonna last a lot longer than if we just stuffed it inside of a Ziploc bag. If you've got chicken thighs that go on sale, you can just straight up freeze these in these sealing bags, or you can put a marinade in them. So what we're gonna do is just a real light marinade. We're gonna pour in just a little bit of marinade. You're not gonna need much. And open this up. We're gonna set it in the reservoir. And now it's important on this to seal it, and we're gonna pulse it. Right there, right where we see the liquid start to pool to the top of the bag, and we're gonna seal it. The marinade's gonna penetrate even deeper because almost all of the air has been sucked out of the bag. You can toss this in the fridge until you're ready to cook. You'll notice that there's some liquid from the marinade that we put in that's trapped in the reservoir. You just take a paper towel and you can wipe it out. Then you can sanitize it. If this gasket or this heat strip wear out, you get a replacement that comes in the box. If you're gonna use anything that's moist, you should use a paper towel. Otherwise, liquid will get on this bar and it will prevent it from sealing properly. Right here, a variety of items that you can vacuum seal using the INKBIRD Plus. We've got an entire rack of baby back ribs. We just cut the bag a lot longer. You could also cut this in half and then sous vide half of these ribs and then freeze the other half. We've got some chicken thighs that were on sale. We found tri-tip on sale, which is hard to do. And so when you find it on sale, instead of just popping in the freezer and let it freezer burn, we've got them in these vacuum sealed bags. And we vacuum sealed half a pork shoulder. Everything worked really well and the seal is very tight. Overall, the INKBIRD Plus Vacuum Sealer is a great vacuum sealer. It's got a sleek design so it stores on the countertop. It's convenient because you've got the bags that store inside. The most important piece is that it can vacuum out the air and keep the bag sealed. This is at the right price point. Your food's gonna last longer because it's being vacuum sealed, and more importantly, it's easy to use. If you wanna learn more about the INKBIRD Vacuum Sealer, click on the link in the description. If you have any questions, just drop a comment below. Thanks for showing up. Now get out and barbecue.